Hi and welcome to this week's video. Got a fair chunk done, not as much as I'd like to, on the grounds that work stopped play and then play stopped building. I managed to go out and do some flying, not bothering to post that video. It was just doing some circuits. It was very murky weather, but it was getting myself in the air. Just helps to keep myself current and proficient. Didn't quite complete the to the point where I could build the wing or start setting up the wing on the table. Probably about half a week away from being able to do that, because I've got some work to do on spars and things, which you'll see at the end of the video how far I got there. Most important thing is I've managed to do a little bit of something every day, and that's important to just keep things plodding along. Anyway, let's see what I plodded along with. Catch you in a bit. Well, set of one side ribs all sorted out, ready to fit to make up the wing. So we're getting closer to getting wing started. The bit which I've been working on is putting these T-pieces onto the rib here, which just help to reinforce this one particular area, which is away from the spars and one of the thick areas of the rib, so it's the one that's probably most likely to get distorted. I changed the shape very slightly. I don't know if you can see that, but it's tapered at each end. It's tapered down to the width of the rib capping piece for just over an inch on each side, and that just means that it's got nothing to catch on here. There's nothing to catch there. It just makes it a little bit less susceptible that way, although there shouldn't be much going up and down the inside of the wing. It looks better from my point of view. I think it looks more professional and saves a small amount of weight. Point of fact, from adding up the weight of all of these for both sets of wings, top and bottom, it offsets one of those little uprights which I put into the lower spar. So the last spar currently being bonded up for its basic build. I've got effectively the other rear spars are there, but they've got to have their ply doublers put on for that. The lower rib needs its ply doubler. That's the bit which I replaced. This is what came, he says, peeling stuff off with his fingers. So this is what was supplied for there, but as you can sort of see, it rattles around. It's got extra play and it's just too shallow, so hence my piece in. We've got the ply sections to go over the top again. There's just that slightly bit too short, the same as it was for the top spar, but this will be biased upwards because the bit of metal is going upwards. Well, here's the upper wing rib at the strut position, which is the 7th rib out along the top wing. Got the reinforcing section going along the front here, same as we did for that sort of lower one, where it's going to be cut out virtually to the full width for the cross piece plywood, with the diagonal plywood and the other strap to go through, which will eat away there quite a chunk. And then because of the build up of ply on the rear spar, 16th ply plus a 1/4 inch ply, I've packed the vertical piece, the geodetic, forward a section there, and I've reinforced that because that's going to have a great chunk cut away from it as well. So I'll show you the completed rib. Here is the rib sort of 7 for the top wing with the reinforcements which you saw me do earlier, but there's the cutouts there and there. The one at the rear here will need to be dressed back slightly to make it thinner this direction for the nut where the piece of metal clamps on. Is very close to near enough the sort of centre line there, or will be, the edge of the nuts will be, so they'll have to be dressed back. So if I hadn't put that in there, we'd have lost the geodetic completely, although really most of the strength is coming from the spar itself, but this is really there to help bond everything together. All the lower wing ribs are ready to go, been checked out, all got their T-pieces on, so pretty much ready to build a wing in that respect there. As you can sort of see, the my little pots for the rib geodetic are very low, only got like 3 pieces in. That's one for a spare rib and pieces there for the last top ribs, which I'll need to make up. I can't do that until I get the fuel tanks and I know what I'm cutting out, where I'm putting things. So I'd say halfway through next week we should end up looking at jigging the wings, the spars up with ribs on, and maybe even gluing some of these ribs in place. We can hope. I think that's realistic. We may well have the wings set up and the ribs at least in place, if not glued in place. I need to jig the trailing edge and the leading edge to make up some sort of jigging to make sure they're absolutely dead flat from one end to the other, rather than just letting them hang on the spar. So that's what's left to do. So catch you next week. Bye now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe or even hit the little bell notification for future videos. Any comments would be appreciated and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, go fly and feel the sky.